Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me today. It does mean an awful lot to me. So today we're going to be doing a get ready with me / makeup of the day, of course. So we're going to be using for eyeshadow. This is probably one of my favourite palettes. Probably the favourite palette from Revolution actually. So Revolution Enchanted Icon palette looks like that. Very, very stunning. You know, I could actually use this shade with it. Maybe I'll use that. Maybe tomorrow in a live stream. Now, I keep saying I'm done with the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, but you can see there's some here. So, let's try and drag it down. Yesterday, I said I was done with that, and some actually came out. So, let's see. No, I don't think so. Nothing. So, I really do want to use a poreless primer, so let me see if I can get one. Right, I literally don't have any. The only thing I've got close to a poreless primer. I don't know whether I'm going to get one. Well, I'll have to get something once I've used this one up. So, Covergirl Simply Ageless Skin Blurring Serum. So, let's just get a bit of this on. So, going forward, this is going to be the one that I use. I've got gripping primers. I've got more glowy primers than anything. It's not going to take me 2 minutes to get through this. Not the way I use it anyway. So the decision to get a poreless one is going to have to be this month, I think. You only get 20 mils of product in this. I think you can get 30 mils in the e.l.f. one. Why doesn't it say? Anyway, just put that there. So we've got that on. It feels really, really nice. So then we will go in with the New Look Glow highlighter stick, which also is nearly done. I'm having breakout city on my face as well. Spots galore. But the worst ones are here on the lips, and then there's one underneath. I think I'm just going to try a different sponge because this one is full of foundation. So let me get a cleaner sponge. Right, I've done it. It came in a pack of 2. So we got this pink one and a more like beigey brown one. I've never used it before. I've just ran it through the water tap. It looks a lot like this one, to be honest. But this one has got like this contour here. They're from Shein. My sister got them from my niece from Shein. But she just doesn't well, she doesn't use sponges, I guess, because I've got a whole ton of them. I did take half of the black ones back to her because she was saying, you know, I need some sponges. And I said, don't buy any more. You know, you gave me a shit ton of sponges, so obviously I'll bring some back. And she went, you shouldn't have to do that. So I said, yeah, they were my niece's, so of course, if she wants them, I'm going to bring them back. So today is Sunday as I film this. It's probably going to go up on Tuesday or Wednesday. I mean, I've got time, but Sundays are always busy for me because I go to my mum's for Sunday dinner. It's an awful day in the UK as well. It's been raining all day. To the point now my mum doesn't even want to take like some rubbish bags that she's got, so I'll do that when I get back there. There's no point in us both getting wet. It's only like recycling, it's not like, you know, edibles or anything. Actually a good sponge this, because it really gets into the crevices of your nose area. And you can see here, well I can, I don't think you can, where all the foundation is, and it's actually like more of a grey sponge this. So although it may look dirty, trust me it's not. Okay, so that's that done. Now I'm going to go in with a Glossier Stretch Concealer. The shade is G12. I don't know why that dubious place eyeshadow base is, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the lids. I feel like I've done a couple of purple looks. Yeah, I have, because I used the ColourPop Flutter, which that palette is a mixture of that ColourPop palette is a mix of ColourPop Flutter and ColourPop Menage a Moi, but they're more mauve toned. So let's just sort my eyes out a bit. Now let's brush the brows out. There we go. Right, we're going to go in with NYX The Brow Glue. Mine's just in transparent. As you can see, my brows are quite dark, so I don't really need any more of this on. So then we're going in with Units Loose Powder. It's a transparent one. So let's get some of this on the face. You always start off under the eyes. Feel like there's not any on there, so I'm going to have to tap some into the cap. There we go. And I tend to just go down the T-zone with this, just because I'll be using a finishing powder later on. So we don't need to put it on the cheeks. And not only that, I don't like matte cheeks. I like glowy cheeks. So now I'm going to go in with a Sephora Cream Contour Stick. Now this is part of Project 10 Uses, and I know for a fact I've used it more than 10 uses, but I absolutely really love this. I think this is my Holy Grail, and I would buy it time and time again. But I do have other contour sticks, so while I've got other ones, I'm going to use them rather than rushing out and buying this again, which makes me sad because I really do like it. Okay, let's start under the neck. What's everyone's favourite cream contour stick? Do you have one, or do you just use whatever? Now, my other favourite is the Shein one. Shein do their own version of the cream contour stick, or should I say Sheglam do their own version of it. That's a good one too. And I think I've got one that I've been using and then another in backup, so I'm not going to need a contour stick for a while. The only thing is with a cream contour stick from Shein, because it's cheaper, it's not as creamy. It drags a little bit on the face, but I don't mind that. Right, and I'm not using the Project 10 Uses bronzer just because I've used it more than 10 times. So we're going to go into the Hourglass That's Expensive bronzer. So it's this palette. I'm going to try and use some of the other Shop My Stash things I've got, because I know for a fact blushes from my Shop My Stash, they just haven't been used, and I don't really want to keep them in for another month. Just make sure you go up into your hairline when you put bronzer on your head. We'll put some on the neck as well. I really like the tone of that bronzer. It's really nice and rosy. The bronzer in the Jellyfish palette, I don't think I'm going to like it as much, but I didn't think I was going to like this one as much. This one's called Glistening Bronze Light. So let me just blend this out. Yeah, bronzer has to be right for me. You know, it can't be too dark, it can't be too muddy, can't be too orange. When it comes to bronzer, I'm like Goldilocks. It has to be just right. My niece says I'm like that about the seasons as well. I don't like spring. Well, I'm not too bothered about spring, but my favourite season is fall/autumn because it's cooler. I mean, spring in the UK is just like autumn anyway, except you can expect to find more drizzle, like today. I don't like summer for sure. I mean, it has been getting quite hot in the UK, and I don't like winter. It's way too cold. Not as cold as some countries, granted, but for me, it's way too cold. To be honest, there's not a lot to use. I thought about using this one, but for the palette that I'm using, it isn't the right shade. That one's in Topaz Pop. It's a pretty blush, don't get me wrong, but I need something more pink, peach. This one is kind of on the chopping block, so this one reminds me of like NARS Orgasm, but in a cream blush. Let's get some on. And then we'll choose a blush from the Hourglass face palette. Maybe Vibrant Heat. So this is only going to be the first time I've used it. It's ridiculous. Okay. So we're going back into the Hourglass palette. I'll try and use this Odin's Eye. This is supposed to be a blush brush. I don't really like it for blusher, but we will go into Vibrant Heat, which is a really pink blush. I think it'll look nice over the top of that cream blush. Then we'll just blend that out. Get that sponge. Get a highlighter. So we're going to go in with ColourPop Super Shocking Lunch Money. Then we're going to go in with the Too Faced Blinded by the Light highlighter. I have used it in the Shop My Stash, but I haven't used it for a while. Okay, so it looks like that. And then let's get some of this on. And I'll show you what the shade looks like in the pan in a minute, because I've realised I've not done that. There we go. It's like a champagne shade, and you can see how loved it is. I don't use it as much as I should. Like, I pulled some products out for Shop My Stash that I just didn't use as much as I should. And also the Project 10 uses as well. I'll be glad when I can roll some of them out and pull some new things in. Then I'm going to go in with the Huda Beauty Glowish Powder. So this is in the That's Expensive Project pan. Doing well with it. The only reason there's no update is because there's one product that I want to roll out. It's a lipstick by Fenty Beauty. I think 2 more uses needs to be done on it. So I'm going to put it on with the look that I do today. And I'm going to take it to my mum's and top up, and that will be classed as 10 uses. Now we're going to go in with the Dalba First Spray Serum Facial Mist. Looks like that. There we go. I did actually see the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime Eye Primer, so I'm going to try and scoop that up. Here it is. I don't know how I missed it yesterday. Probably because I was in a live stream and I was being all frantic. No, oh, actually, I was going to say I think this one's done as well, but it isn't. A tiny bit is coming out. Not as much on this eye. Ah, got a bit RTT. Now then, I'm going to go in with the Revolution Contour HD palette, just for that powder there, to make sure the eyeshadow's blending nicely. This is going to be a quick video, I think. Right, let's see what we're going to be using shade-wise. The not named, I forgot about that. Oh, and I thought there was more purple shades in. Might have to use the Flutter by palette because we're only getting this pink and all the rest are browns, and I don't really want to use brown. I want it to be a really purple look. So let's go in with shade 6. I think the browns are going to be more cohesive with the gold shades. I think I must have used it when I bought the palette for the purples, but I don't think this one, and this one are cohesive for a purple look. Personally, I think they will go better with tomorrow's look. This is the ideal companion palette, I think. I'm glad I pulled it out. So we will go in with Wild Wing, this one here. Like I said, it's more mauve tone than anything, but it's better to use this than to go in those browns in the Revolution palette, I think. Right, so Wild Wing is on both eyes now. I think I'm going to go into this Made to Last. Maybe just on the outer corner there. Okay, let's try just blending this out. Then we're going to put glitter primer on. Right, then I want to put something on the lower lash line. So I think I'm going to go in with Wild Wing and Made to Last. So these two here. Okay, then we're going to go into the Revolution Enchanted Icon, and we're going to be using this shade here. So that shade is shade 6. So that looks like that. It's a duochrome. It's really, really pretty. The glue's still a bit tacky. Yeah, it's a bit tackier than I would have liked, really. Right, so for kind of like in a corner here, I think I'm going to go in with a shade 1. Ooh, pretty. I think that's even prettier. I'm going to drag that into halfway. I think that's even prettier than the shade we've just used. because I thought this was my favourite shade. No, it seems this one is. That's what's the great thing about looking back at a palette that you used when you bought it and did several looks with it. You feel like one thing's your favourite shade in the palette, but it turns out something else is. Right, now I'm going to go in with this shade here for the inner corner, which is shade 3. Just do that with this Glaminatrix brush. This is just a pink. Don't think it's got any shift to it. But even so, it's just really, really pretty. Drag that up. What I'm beginning to understand about purples and me is they do actually suit me. So all these years I'm like, no, I don't like purple, it doesn't suit me, it's too cool toned, but I actually really enjoy wearing purple eyeshadow. Okay, so now we're going to go in with a 17 Bigger Better Lash. This is my Holy Grail. Does really give you like better lashes. If you want a everyday mascara that is subtle, this isn't the mascara for you. And then this is part of Project 10 Uses, the Fenty Beauty Is It Fussy. I think it's going to look lovely with this eye look that I've done today. With the look that I've done now, I think this is the 9th use. So all I need to do is take it to my mum's, top it up, and then we will have used it 10 times. I just want to bring in a different lipstick for this Project 10 Uses. Oh yeah, I do like the way it looks with this look. Right, and I'll come closer and give you an overview. And there it is. I just really like this look. Thank you for joining me today. It means a lot, guys. Please like, subscribe, share and comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.